Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sakshurmunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Iti Namine. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. वाञ्छाकल्पातरूप्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभुनित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैतगदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Once again, welcome everyone for this special program today. And today, exactly as it coincides, this is on so is coming on the Sunday. So the beauty is today is Cida Dahi Mahotsava of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. So it was a festival. So it's a Mahotsava means actually festival. And it's related to Raghunath Das Goswami and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also got involved anyway, as we see. So what is this about? This Panihati, Dahi, Cida. These are the three words. For Panihati is the place where it happened, and Dahi it means yogurt, and Cida means chipped rice. Chipped rice mixed with yogurt and milk, of course, milk also. And this happened in the place Panihati. So now, why it is really so important is Raghunath Das Goswami is our Prayojana Acharya. So you have Sanatan Goswami, who is the Sambandha Acharya. And then you have Rupa Goswami, who is actually Abhidaya Acharya. And then Prayojana is Raghunath Das Goswami. So now Nityananda Prabhu is actually, especially here, we'll be discussing about a lot, more. And today we are planning to read some segment from Chaitanya Charitamrita also relevant to this particular festival. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful. Because actually, if you really look at the way about Krishna, how Krishna is merciful, he's of course he's a ocean of mercy. That they really say that. But is he really that much merciful? Is actually a question. Because more merciful than Krishna is Radharani. But even more merciful than even Radharani is actually Nityananda Prabhu. So this is something very important. And actually, even for get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, you need to get the mercy of Gurudev. So this is how the whole thing is aligning. So this Narottam Das Thakura had a dream of Nityananda Prabhu, and he was directing him to really go to Padma River to get the treasure. It was deposited by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before, because he appeared later. Narottam Das Thakur actually appeared later. Anyway, so this was also where Nityananda Prabhu was actually related. So actually Lord Nityananda Prabhu used to really have a stick in his hand sometime. So he used to really, beat the people, beat the devotees. Why? This is his mercy. See, always remember, if we get chastisement from Guru, Vaishnavas, it is the most merciful. Most merciful. Because the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to avoid Advaita Acharya, because Advaita Acharya was elder. So he was elder, so he was always giving his respect to Advaita Acharya, but Advaita Acharya was not at all chastised. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to chastise everybody, but not Advaita Acharya. So he got so worried. Say, no, I am not getting the mercy. I am not getting the mercy. I had to be satisfied, should be chastised. So in the line of Guru, this is what happens actually. See, Nityananda Prabhu always chastises. He beats everybody. Whoever gets beaten, he sometimes even kicks with his leg on the chest of the devotees. It happened, like several cases are there as we read the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is the mercy. So you need to really get chastised. Otherwise, how will we really, get out of this material life? It's not possible. We are entangled so much, so deep. And unless somebody is really pulling your ear, how can we be saved? So Nityananda Prabhu has the mercy of this. He gives mercy. Now so this particular festival, as I mentioned, is related to Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, because we have 6 Goswamis, and actually there is one more Goswami who really came later. So now Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha. So this is how we really say that. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Bhatta Raghunatha Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and Dasa Raghunatha Goswami. This Dasa Raghunath Dasa Goswamis we are going to be talking about. He is very special. Raghunath Das Goswami is such a very, very special, not only related to this particular festival. If you go to Radha Kunda, so whose samadhi is actually predominant there is the samadhi of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Because without his mercy, nobody can actually take even dip in the Radha Kunda. Even to take the water and then spray on our head, we have to get the mercy of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, whose samadhi is very near to this Radha Kunda. And today, this particular festival is actually celebrated in all the Gaudiyas and also ISKCON temples, all the temples, all the Radha Krishna temples. So now this Raghunath Das Goswami got the highest position in the sense because he's Rati Manjari. He is Rati Manjari. So this Rati Manjari is very special. Rupa Manjari and Rati Manjari are very close to Radharani in terms of seva. So all the Ashtasakis are there, like starting from Lalita, Vishaka, Chambakarada, like that it goes on. Eight Sakis, but Manjaris are many Manjaris. Out of them, Rupa Manjari, who is none other than Rupa Goswami, and then Rati Manjari, who is actually Raghunath Das Goswami. Because the way he was actually performing the sadhana is exemplary. Even in the middle of the sun, hot sun, where you'll sit outside and then, near the Radha Kunda and then, chanting and chanting and chanting for so much time. And he even forget his own body, and the hard sun is really, used to really hit him so hard. But he won't recognize at all. He won't, mind at all. So once Radharani herself really came down, and he really used her veil, his veil cloth, that the upper garment, to really, put over his dear Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami, who is Raji Manjari, to really protect. Look at here. This is who is doing seva for whom. This is the spiritual world. The spiritual world is like that. Anyway, let us now get into this one. Today's occasion is this Panihati, Cida, Dahi festival. So I am going to read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is Andhya Leela, chapter 6. Okay? So this chapter 6 is mainly dealing with these incidents which we are going to read. With the robes of his causeless mercy, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu employed a trick to deliver Raghunath Das Goswami from the blind well of contemptible family life. He made Raghunath Das Goswami one of his personal associates, placing him under the under the charge of Swarupa Damodara Goswami. I offer my obeisances unto him. This is how it starts, the chapter 6. All glory to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glory to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Acharya, all glories to devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus Lord Gaurachandra performed various pastimes with his associates at Jagannath Puri in varieties of transcendental pleasure. Actually, Raghunath Das Goswami eventually he left his home and then he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. Anyway, so now the way how it's actually coming here is I'm just going to be skipping few paragraphs here and there. So two people, Ramananda Raya and Swarupa Damodara Goswami, stayed with the Lord to pacify him by receiving various verses about Krishna's pastimes and by singing appropriate songs for his satisfaction. This was what was going on in Jagannath Puri. And to describe the fortunate position of Ramananda Raya and Swarupa Damodara Goswami is extremely difficult. They were renowned as intimately confidential friends of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who are they actually? They are Lalita Devi and Vishaka Devi. The Lord thus enjoyed his life with his devotees. Oh devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now hear how Raghunath Das Goswami met the Lord. Okay? So this Panihati festival is related to how he actually met Nityananda Prabhu and also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared there. This happened in Navadvip. This is near Navadvip. But that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not there. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appeared on the scene, as we are going to see. When Raghunatha Dasa, during his family life, went to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Sandipura, the Lord gave him worthy instruction by his causeless mercy. So, first how it actually happened was, Raghunath Das Goswami happened to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the home of Advaita Acharya. So, now, instead of becoming a so-called renunciate, Raghunath Dasa, following the instruction of the Lord, returned home and played exactly like a pounds and shilling man. What that means is, he instructed that you keep all your detachment inside your heart, but don't show that to your family, because the time will come. Until then, you have to hide that. That is exactly what he's talking about here. So Raghunath Dasa Goswami was inwardly completely renounced, even in family life, but he did not express his renunciation externally. Instead, he acted just like an ordinary businessman. This is the best way to do. For outside, you really act as like ordinary people, so that nobody will actually bother you in the sense. Otherwise, if you really try to really express all your emotions and detachments outside, so sometimes it's not really going to be favorable for our devotional progress. That's exactly what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was really telling, because he was a boy. So he acted like just like ordinary businessman. Seeing this, his father and mother were satisfied. Oh yeah, he went and then met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but now he is also like us only. Okay, see? But inside the heart, already Chaitanya Mahaprabhu planted the seed. So, okay. Now, when he received a message that later on, when he received the message that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had returned from Madura city, Raghunath Dasa endeavored to go to the lotus feet of the Lord. At that time, there was a Mohammedan official. Mohammedan official collecting the taxes of Saptagrama. That was the village. Or not the village, there are set of villages. And when Hiranyadasa, Raghunath Dasa's uncle, made an agreement with the government to collect taxes, the Mohammedan Chowdhury, or tax collector, having lost his position, became extremely envious of him. So Hiranyadasa was collecting 2 million coins and therefore should have delivered 1.5 million to the government. Instead, he was giving only 1.2 million or something, thus making an extra profit of 300,000 coins. Seeing this, the Mohammedan Chowdhury, who was a Turk, became his rival. After sending a confidential account to the government treasury, the Chowdhury brought the minister in charge. Okay, but anyway, I am going to be skipping something here. So now, basically, what happened was this uncle of Raghunath Dasa Goswami, because of this, the Chowdhury was really attacking him. He really ran away. He just, he was hiding, but he God called our Raghunath Das Goswami as his son, of course, and and he really put him in the, he really captured him, and he was about to torture him, but he could not beat him, he could not touch him, because by merely seeing the innocent face of Raghunath Das Goswami, he could not, do anything. And finally, they were all, they should be discussing, and then they're discussing, and finally, Raghunath Goswami actually thought about a tricky method of to really escape. So what did he say? He said he humbly submitted his plea at the feet of Mohammedan Chowdhury. My dear sir, my father and his elder brother are both your brothers. All brothers always fight about something. Sometimes brothers fight among themselves, and sometimes they have very friendly dealings. There is no certainty when such changes will take place. Thus, I am sure that although today you are fighting, tomorrow you three brothers will be sitting together in peace. Just as I am my father's son, so I am also yours. I am your dependent, and you are my maintainer. So like that, he was actually, bringing his mood down, and hearing Raghunath Das's appealing voice, the Mohammedan's heart softened. He began to cry even, and tears glided down his beard. The Mohammedan Chowdhury told Raghunath Das, "You are my son from this day on. Today, by some means, I shall have you released." After informing the minister, the Chowdhury released Raghunath Dasa, because he was previously the finance, taking care of the treasury, collecting taxes and everything. And now, because Raghunath Das Goswami's uncle really took the position, uncle or father, took the position, then that's why all these problems happened. But anyway, and now, so this is how this is all happening, and eventually Raghunath Das Goswami was developing a distaste in his family life. So anyway, even though he really arranged a meeting between his uncle and Chowdhury and settled the matter, but slowly, even though 1 year actually has passed, so he was, the seed that was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was slowly sprouting and coming to shape. And he used to get up at night, and he tried to run away. And then immediately the families, father, mother, or the servant, he was a jamindar, no? So big, rich. It's like princes. Raghunath Das Goswami is like actually was like, prince. So they will catch him. They will put him back again. And then they really employed so many servants to just watch him, to not to escape from the family. So now trying to escape from the family, and again the servants trying to, they will catch him like that. This became almost a daily affair now. Raghunatha would run away from home, and his father would again bring him back. Then Raghunath Dasa's mother began speaking to his father. "Our son has become mad," she said. "Just to keep him by binding him, with ropes, tie him with the ropes." His father, being very unhappy, replied to her as follows: "Raghunath Dasa, our son, has opulence like Indra, the heavenly king. And his wife is a beautiful, because they already arranged a marriage also, because thinking that he may run away permanently. So they really arranged a marriage also. That is another story. But he never went in the room where her spouse was. So he always was sleeping in the Durga Mandapa, that is the front room. He never, So now Raghunath Goswami, so he's saying that, yes, yes, he is actually behaving like this, but he's like a beautiful angel. His wife is also a beautiful angel, and then he's like Indra, heavenly Indra. Yet all this could not really tie down his mind. How then could we keep this boy home by binding him with ropes? It is not possible even for one's father to nullify the reactions of one's past activity. So now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has fully bestowed his mercy on him. So that means, look at here now. Either you really take initiation and you really start chanting. First thing that should happen is you will have distaste to this worldly life. Your taste will be diverting. Slow. It's a slow process though. The slow process, that means the mercy has really come in the heart. So slowly you will be detached, getting detached one after another from your work, your money, your the families and these and possessing these and everything. Slowly you will really try to come out. If that's not happening, that means something is wrong. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, who really bestowed his mercy when he met, and now it is manifesting. Manifesting to us to the extent that it's a daily affair he was trying to really escape. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has fully bestowed his mercy on him. Who can keep home such a madman of Chaitanya Chandra? Who said that? His father. Then Raghunath Dasa, but his father did not want to lose him anyway. And then Raghunath Dasa considered something in his mind, and the next day he went to Nityananda Goshai. Okay, now this starts. In the village called Panihati, now Panihati is coming. Raghunath Dasa obtained an interview with Nityananda Prabhu, who was accompanied by many Kirtana performers, servants and others. Sitting on a rock under a tree on the bank of Ganges, Lord Nityananda Prabhu seemed so effulgent as hundreds and thousands of rising suns. Many devotees sat on the ground surrounding him. Seeing the influence of Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Dasa was astonished. Of course, he's Lord Balaram. Raghunath Dasa offered his obeisances by falling prostrate at a distant place. And the servant of Nityananda Prabhu pointed out, there is Raghunath Dasa offering you obeisances. Hearing this, Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, oh, you are a thief. Now you have come to see me. Come here. Today I shall punish you. See, this is the mercy. Nityananda Prabhu wants every jiva to be delivered. This is his only aim. Now look at here now. Yeah, but the jiva has to take the move. So and the Lord called him, but Raghunath Dasa did not go near the Lord. Then the Lord forcefully caught him and placed his lotus feet upon Raghunath Dasa's head. Lord Nityananda was by nature very merciful and funny. Being merciful, he spoke to Raghunath Dasa as follows. You are just like a thief. For instead of coming near, you stay away at a distant place. Now that I have captured you, I shall punish you. Make a festival and feed all my associates. That's the punishment. With yogurt and chipped rice. Hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. Raghunath Dasa immediately sent his own men to the village to purchase all kinds of eatables and bring them back. Look at here. Here something is coming. Vaishnavas normally they do not really want to demand anything from anyone. Because they are differently. But if by chance a Vaishnava is actually telling you should do like this, you should donate like this, you should donate like this personally, that means you have to understand there is a opportunity, there is a big fortune is knocking on you. This is very, very important. So now here Nityananda Prabhu is actually giving that opportunity, saying now you just you take the punishment and you serve all my disciples. So Raghunath Das immediately sent his own men to the village to purchase all kinds of eatables and bring them back, because he was a prince, there's no money problem. Raghunath Dasa brought chipped rice. Chipped rice means, rice, they really make it, soft, and then, they pound so that it becomes flattened. It's a flattened rice. Yogurt, milk, sweet meat, sugar, bananas, and other eatables, and placed them all around. As soon as the people heard that a festival was going to be held, all kinds of brahmanas and other gentlemen began to arrive. Thus there were innumerable people coming. He also obtained 5 or 7 especially large earthen pots, and in these pots a Brahmana began soaking chipped rice for the satisfaction of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. In one place, chipped rice was soaked in hot milk in each of the large pots. Then half the rice was mixed with yogurt, sugar, and bananas. The other half was mixed with condensed milk and a special type of banana known as champa kala. Then sugar, clarified butter, and camphor were added. After Nityananda Prabhu had changed his cloth for a new one and sat on a raised platform, the Brahmana brought before him the 7 huge pots. On that platform, all the most important associates of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, as well as other important men, sat down in a circle around him. Among them were Ramadasa, Sundarananda, Gadadharadasa, Murari, Kamalakara, Sadashiva, and Purandara, and Dhananjaya, Jagadisha, Parameshwaradasa, Mahesha, Gauridasa. Gauridasa also attended. And Goda, Krishna Dasa were also there. So similarly, Uttaranadatta Thakura and many other personal associates of the Lord sat on the raised platform with Nityananda Prabhu. No one could count them all. Hearing about the festival, all kinds of learned scholars, brahmanas, and priests went there. Lord Nityananda Prabhu honored them and made them sit on the raised platform with him. Everyone was offered 2 earthen pots, 2 pots for each. In one was put chipped rice with condensed milk, and in the other, chipped rice with yogurt. All the other people sat in groups around the platform. No one could count how many people there were. Because now hearing this festival, about the festival, so many devotees were all gathering all over the place, and it was becoming a big festival. Others who could not get a place even on the bank of the Ganges got down into the water and began eating their 2 kinds of chipped rice sitting on the water. No place. Thus some sat on the platform, some at the base of the platform, and some on the banks of the Ganges, and they were all supplied 2 pots each by the 20 men who distributed the food. At that time, Raghava Pandita arrived there. This Raghava Pandita is very special. We are going to hear about him also. This Raghava Pandita was the one who was actually staying inside a cave. He did not have any place to live, just a cave. Last time, when we really went, we saw the cave also here in Vrindavan. So it was simply amazing. I mean, so his life was very simple life. So Raghava Pandita also arrived there. Seeing the situation, he began to laugh in great surprise. He brought many other kinds of food cooked in ghee, and also he also brought ghee and offered to the Lord. This prasada he first placed before Lord Nityananda Prabhu and then distributed among the devotees. Raghava Pandita said to the Lord Nityananda Prabhu, "For you, sir, I have already offered food to the deity, but you are engaged in a festival here, and so the food is lying there untouched." I'm food in the sense it's calling, it's prasadam. Lord Nityananda replied, "Let me eat all this food here during the day, and I shall eat at your home at night. I belong to a community of cowherd boys, and therefore I generally have many cowherd associates with me. I am happy when we eat together in a picnic like this by the sandy bank of the river." Lord Nityananda made Raghava Pandita sit down and had 2 pots delivered to him also. There were 2 kinds of chipped rice soaked in them. When chipped rice had been served to everyone, Lord Nityananda Prabhu in meditation brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There you go. This is important. So look at it. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not in Panihati that time. It was only Lord Nityananda Prabhu. See, so far we have read. It was only Lord Nityananda Prabhu was there. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was called by Nityananda Prabhu by meditation, and he appeared right there. Yeah, because you know we are hearing that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that Mother Sachidevi used to really offer this Naivedyam to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his son. And what happens is, he just goes there and then, he takes them. So, this is all gone. He eats everything. So this was, so for Almighty God, I mean, of course, this is nothing. But here we are actually seeing one of those incidences that, for us it is very, very difficult to understand. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared right there. But even though not everybody could see him, this is another catch now. Remember, see, Lord Krishna, his Visvaswarupa could not be seen until Krishna really gave that power to Arjuna to see him like that. So that is the thing. Unless he wishes, we cannot see him. This is the thing. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what brought by the meditation of Nityananda Prabhu, he appeared. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived, Lord Nityananda Prabhu stood up. They then saw how the others were enjoying the chipped rice with yogurt and condensed milk. Everybody was just enjoying. From each and every part, Lord Nityananda Prabhu took one morsel of chipped rice and pushed it into the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a joke. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also smiling, took a morsel of food and then pushed it into the mouth of Nityananda Prabhu and laughed as he made Lord Nityananda Prabhu eat it. In this way, Lord Nityananda was walking through all the groups of eaters, and all the Vaishnavas standing there were seeing the fun. Okay? Look at the intimate relationship between Krishna and Balaram. Balaram, when he was, most, whenever cow herding, Balaram always accompanies. But one of the main purpose of Lord Balaram always to be with Krishna is to protect him. He is everything actually. In fact, all the utensils and paraphernalia, whatever the way that are all used for Krishna, they are all actually the manifestation of Balaram only. So that same Balaram is here as Nityananda Prabhu. So no one could understand what Nityananda Prabhu was doing as he walked about. Some, however, who were very unfortunate could see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also present. Only very fortunate could see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also, in the Sangha, in the crowd. Then Nityananda Prabhu smiled and sat down. On his right side, he kept 4 pots of chipped rice that had not been made from boiled paddy. Lord Nityananda offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a place and had him sit down. Then together the two brothers began eating chipped rice. Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating with him, Lord Nityananda Prabhu became very happy and exhibited varieties of ecstatic love. Because remember, the bhava of Balaram is also what? It's a mixture actually. He is now not just Sakya. He has a Vatsalya also. We just read that when we were reading the Rasamrita, Bhakti Rasamrita, Sindhu Bindu, we are reading the same thing. Okay, so he has a Vatsalya also. That is why look at here. And see variety actually. So Nityananda Prabhu, okay, yeah. So he always wants to take care of and protect Krishna. Anyway, he became very happy and exhibited varieties of ecstatic love. Lord Nityananda Prabhu ordered, all of you eat, chanting the holy name of Hari. So the way we celebrate this Panihati Cida Dahi festival is have the chipped rice, the Dahi, and also, the yogurt. And then when you are consuming this prasadam, of course you offer to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and then take the prasadam. And when you are actually eat the prasadam, you have to loudly keep on chanting Hari, 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 like that. So they all immediately, the holy names, Hari, Hari, resounded, filling the entire universe. All over the place. Look at how many people. So now this is what you really see. See, some people really saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and some, did not. So okay, so they depending on their level. Anyway, when all the Vaishnavas were chanting the holy names, Hari Hari, and eating, they remembered how Krishna and Balaram ate with their companions. Look at here, the cowherd boys on the bank of Yamuna. Because see, now you have the Ganges, and then that Ganges is like Yamuna here. And then the place where they had this wonderful, this thing is near the bank of Ganges. Now they are basically enacting the pastime of Krishna and Krishna. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here now. Balaram is, and Nityananda Prabhu is also here now, and all the Gopas and whoever, they're all the Vaishnavas, because they all have mixed bhavas also. Here, that resembles to that particular picnic that they all used to have when Krishna was cowherding. It's remember that. It's like Yamuna is nearby. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu are extremely merciful and liberal. It was Raghunath Dasa's good fortune that they accepted all these dealings. Who can understand the influence and mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu? He is so powerful that he induced Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come eat chipped rice on the bank of the Ganges. All the confidential devotees who were cowherd boys headed by Sri Ramadasa were absorbed in ecstatic love. They thought the bank of the Ganges to be the bank of the Yamuna. When the shopkeepers of many other villages also heard about the festivals, they arrived there to sell chipped rice, yogurt, sweetmeats, and bananas there. They came. As they came, bringing all kinds of food, Raghunath Dasa purchased it all and gave them. He gave them the price for their goods and later fed them the very same food. Anyone who came to see how these funny things were going on was also fed chipped rice. Whoever came, even because some people came to see the fun. They were also, yes, have chipped rice, eat yogurt and bananas. After Lord Nityananda Prabhu finished eating, he washed his hands and mouth and gave Raghunath Dasa the food remaining in the 4 pots. This is important. Because, in order to get devotional bhava, if you want to develop bhava, this is what we do. We have to really take the prasadam from Gurudeva. Whatever that is remnant. That is why Suta Bhakata Charana Renu. In that poem, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is also saying that, yes, these are the important things, remnants, and of course observing Janmashtami, all those, Tulasi Puja, this Vrata, these are all very important, but very powerful is this. So there was food remaining in the 3 other big pots of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and the Brahmana distributed it to all the devotees, giving a morsel to each. See, now that's what it is. It should not be, taking everything, but you have to really give. So he was distributing out to everybody, all those who really assembled there. Then a Brahmana brought a flower garland, placed the garland on Nityananda Prabhu's neck, and smeared sandalwood pulp all over his body. When a servant brought betel nuts and offered them to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, the Lord smiled and chewed them. With his own hands, Lord Nityananda Prabhu distributed to all the devotees whatever flower garland, sandalwood pulp, and betel nuts remained. After receiving the remnants of food left by Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Dasa, who was greatly happy, ate some and distributed the rest among his own associates. Thus, I have described the pastimes of Lord Nityananda Prabhu in relation to the celebrated festival of chipped rice and yogurt. Nityananda Prabhu rested for the day. And when the day ended, he went to the temple of Raghava Pandita and began congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So now, with this Panihati festival, that the Leela, that is ending. So now, if you see, the whole Panihati Cida Dahi festival was manifested because of Raghunath Das Goswami. Even though it really came from Lord Nityananda Prabhu as a mercy, but Raghunath Das Goswami was the one who was behind all these leelas, and they all, so many devotees, they all had some wonderful time with Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and also Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really came here. So this is the beauty of this particular leela. Anyway, so now the rest is really going to be really about this, about the Raghav Pandita, etc., etc. So that is probably out of the scope that I planned for today. And now, who is this Raghunath Das Goswami? As I mentioned, he is the Acharya of the Prayojana Tattva. Eventually, that's how we have to go. Because Sanatana Goswami is the one who gives Sambandha. He is the first Guru. He is the first Guru. Sambandha is very important. All the Diksha mantras, whatever that we receive from Guru, is basically, you need to think that time, you are actually receiving from Sanatana Goswami. He is the one who is really, he is a Sambandha Acharya. So even though your Guru is actually trying to take you and then offer to his Gurudev, but this Sambandha is responsible by is by Sanatana Goswami only. So that's the first thing. The Diksha mantras are giving Sambandha only. Then when you chant, that Sambandha, then depending on the chanting, then what you do, that is the prayer, that is the Abhideya, you are chanting, you are actually reciting all the mantras and then chanting so many rounds of the Maha Mantra, that is the Abhideya. For that, Rupa Goswami is in charge. So his mercy is coming. So if his mercy is not there, we cannot chant. If his mercy is not there, then we cannot really know the meaning of our Diksha mantras also. This is important. Rupa Goswami his mercy is very important. Okay, now by doing that, what is the prayojana? You develop prema bhakti, Krishna prema. So that is the prayojana. Prayojana means is the ultimate goal. So that goal, that prayojana tattva is Raghunath Das Goswami. He was a prince, but he left everything and came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should follow him as the example. We are doing just the opposite. Most of the time, we are doing the opposite. We want to be attached with our families and wealth and jobs and this everything too much. No detachment. So only when you have some time, then you will chant. But it should be the other way. In fact, even if you have a little affinity towards this life, this material world, you are in the danger of getting born again. So only when you really come to a stage where you say that I am disgusted with this material world and material life, totally disgusted, as if you are really trying to escape any moment, and every moment seems like a yuga for you, because you are not able to really escape from this world. Unless this kind of bhava is manifesting, we have no way of getting out. Getting out from this repeated birth and death cycle. So this is important. Okay. So now, if you see here, like in this particular, one, what is happening was, he was a prince. Raghunath Das Goswami was a prince. Look at it, how many gold coins they're all actually coming through them. Millions. But now, at the same time, he dished that like a stool. So actually, there is one place, probably I can, how he escaped and all, because there's no time for today. So, the way he really escaped from this place, eventually his family, And he joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I don't have time for that. I didn't allocate for the time. But he's really amazing. So in a nutshell, he finally finds a way to get out of this family. And by night and day, he took about 7 days or something, 7 or 8 days, 6 days, or maybe 12 days to reach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was avoiding all these kinds of, known routes. And finally, he reached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he just took shelter. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him. He took him. And he handed over this Raghunath Das Goswami at the hand of Swarupa Damodara. Who is Swarupa Damodara? Lalita Devi. So he was in a way a disciple of the Swarupa Damodara. And Swarupa Damodara took care of like as if, the Raghunath Das Goswami was his own son. Very, very closely, very affectionately, he really took care. But again, how do they really maintain their life, by the way? All these associates, how do they maintain their life? They were not really having a 9-to-5 job or something. Come on, that's worldly. You are bounded in this world. And just for them to eat, what they do? I'm talking about Raghunath Das Goswami, for example, as an example. He used to go to the Simha-Dwara, in front of the Simha-Dwara of Lord Jagannath temple. And he used to stand there, begging as if somebody, he can really give anything for them to eat. Because all the Brahmanas, they all, after worshipping, they will come with prasadam. When they normally come out of the Simha-Dwara, that's the main entrance to the temple. And they will be standing here. And they give anything, that's all they have. This was how we are doing. He was living like that only, there throughout. And then, of course, later he really came to Vrindavan. That's a thing. That's a different thing. We can probably have a different session for that. But here, sometimes he won't get anything. Then what will he do? He has to maintain. He has to really make his body and soul to really stick and live here. So he used to go around there where they really throw the rotten rices or the spoiled rices out so that the cows will eat them. Okay. So they used to throw that. So he goes out there, that place where he really used to collect this spoiled, thrown out rice, and then he will actually bring some of them. Even that is so rotten that the cows also won't eat. Cows won't eat. But they will collect it and then bring, and then they will just wash the outside using water, something like that. And then he will take that as a prasadam, because it was actually prasadam, it was offered to the Lord anyway. So prasadam, and then he will have it. One day when he was having like this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed up. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew what it is. Because he used to bring prasadam also, actually to our Namacharya Haridas Thakura, he used to bring every day. But not to everybody. So now once he was really having prasadam, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed up in the place where Raghunath Das Goswami was actually, the residence. And there he was asking, hey, you are eating prasadam, you are not giving to me. Then, Raghunath Das Goswami knew what it was. It was actually made from the ones that even the cows did not want to even smell. No, not even touch. But then how can he really give that to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He said, no, I don't want to give you. I don't want to give you. Then they were tuck up war. They were actually trying to really fight with each other. Give me something. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy about how much renunciation that Raghunath Das Goswami undergo, even though he was born as a prince. So now that brings up to a question. Why our Goswamis, almost all the Goswamis, everybody, in fact, everybody, somewhere or other, they were rich only, born rich, like prince. Then they really left everything and then came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why they have to do it? It is for us. They are giving an example to us how simple that we should be. Now, if it's Sanatan Goswami, yes, he was very rich. Remember, he was a minister. Rupa Goswami, yes, secretary. Or to them, again, minister level, something. They were getting so much of money, gold coins from the government. They gave everything out. They dumped everything and then came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even one gold coin, his servant was really carrying. It was about to give some problem or something. He says, throw it away and then get out from me. I don't want anything. So everything he threw out. So that means only when we come to a stage where we renounce everything and no affinity for of wealth in this world, then we can talk about Krishna Bhakti. Unless that is done, Krishna Bhakti is not going to be here. You will be entangled. Your job, work, this, that, this is what is the situation happening. You have to come to a situation where you can practice devotion like this in a simple manner. Otherwise, Krishna Bhakti is gone. Remember that. That's why Trinatapi Sunichena, Tarvarapi Sahishnuna. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wrote like that in the Siktakam? We have to get to that kind of mentality. But anyway, so today, to conclude the Panihati Sita Dahi festival, I would like to sing a bhajan, but Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anandera Dama Jehi Jana Nahi Laya Tareya Maraya Darelaye Jaya Narake Dubaya Kaya Tareya Maraya Darelaye Jaya Narake Dubaya Kaya Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anandera Dama Jai Jana Nahi Jaya Tulasi Ragara Napare Janchara Yamalaye Vasatara Tulasi Ragara Napare Janchara Yamala Vasatara Tilakadarana Nakare Jana Tilakadarana Nakare Jana Britaya Jana Matara Britaya Jana Matara Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anandera Dama Jai Jana Nahi Laya Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anandera Dama Jai Jana Nahi Laya Nalaya Harinama Viditare Mama Pamara Pashandamadi Nalaya Harinama Viditare Mama Pamara Pashandamadi Vaishnava Sevana Nakare Jana Vaishnava Sevana Nakare Jana Iha Beta Haragati Iha Beta Haragati Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anandera Dama Jai Jana Nahi Laya Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anandera Dama Jai Jananayinaya Guru Mandra Sara Karaye Bara Brajate Gai Me Vasa Guru Mandra Sara Karaye Bara Brajate Gai Me Vasa Tamoguna Jame Satvaguna Pame Tamoguna Jame Satvaguna Pame Hare Krishna Radha Hare Krishna Radha Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anande Radama Jai Jananayinaya Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anande Radama Jai Jananayinaya Yedasalochana Balajanukshana Gauraguna Gavosuke Yedasalochana Balajanukshana Gauraguna Gavosuke Yera Senjara Ratina Goilo Yera Senjara Ratina Goilo Chunakali Taramuke Chunakali Taramuke Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anande Radama Jai Jananayinaya Nitai Nitai Gaura Nama Anande Radama Jai Jananayinaya Jai Jananayinaya. The holy names of Nitai and Gaura are the abode of jubilation. Those who never utter these names are taken by Yamaraja and immersed in the hellish planets. Those who never wear tulasi neck beads take their permanent residence in the abode of Yama Maharaja. And those who never adorn their foreheads with tilaka live their lives in vain. Those who never chant Harinama have an unfavorable destiny. They are fallen and their stoned like hearts are filled with deceit. And what will be the destination of those who never serve the Vaishnavas? Now the time has come to receive Diksha from Sri Guru. If one chants these mantras carefully, one will come to live in Braja forever. The mode of ignorance will go. Goodness will come in the heart, and one will become the eternal servant of Krishna. This Lochana Dasa instruct everyone to always chant Gaura Nitai's holy names. Those who have no affection for Gaura Rasa will be publicly defamed. Their faces will be covered with lime and black tar. Nitai, Nitai Gaura Nama Anandera Dama Jai Jananahi Janaya. So with that, we will conclude today's program. All glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Parambara, all glories to Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and all the Goswamis, and all glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vancha kalpa tarupchecha kripa sindhupya evacha paditanam pavanepyo vaishnavepyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So.